Welcome to SIUK India webinar. Thank you for joining us today. We are now live with University of East Anglia. Today we have Arpit with us, who will let us know about the special webinar session. We will answer all the questions after the presentation during the Q&A session. So let's start with the webinar. Over to you, Arpit.
Thank you. Thank you, Team SI UK, for organizing this. My name is Arpit, and I am the International Officer for the University in India, and I'm here to help you understand the process for application, the UK sector, and also about the University of East Anglia. Please feel free to put in your questions in the chat, and we would take those in the end. Without further ado, I'll just start sharing the presentation. So University of East Anglia, this is one of the beautiful pictures that you see, one of the buildings that we had. Now, about the university, if I talk about, we were founded in 1963, and we are home to over 16,000 students from out of which we have 4,000 international students at any given point of time on our campus, which represent 120 countries all across the world. So yes, we do have a pretty good international mix on the campus. In terms of our quality, we are TEF Gold. In fact, we are amongst the few universities in the UK who have been, awarded the TEF Gold certificate, which shows our teaching excellence framework. That means our teaching quality is very good in terms of, various various stands. We are amongst the top 30 universities in the UK, and we are amongst top 200 in the world. If I talk about our location, this green dot that you see on the map over here is where we are located in the city called Norwich, which is just about 90 minutes away from London. So yes, we are pretty close to London, but not very close as well. So, we are a little cheaper city to stay in as a student on a student budget in the UK. In terms of the city also, we have international airport, which connects us very nicely to the European nations. So Amsterdam is just about a 60-minute flight. Also, we have a train connectivity with Europe. So we are just about 5 hours away from Paris if you want to go on a weekend. In terms of the city, this is Norwich, which is one of the top 10 safest destinations or places to be a student. This is as per the 2022 rankings as well. We are one of the most climate-friendly cities in the UK. We are one of the best places to live in the UK and one of the top 10 shopping destinations in the UK. For all those students who are vegetarian out there, you need not worry about the food part, because Norwich has been ranked as one of the most vegetarian and vegan-friendly cities in the UK and Europe. So yes, there's a lot to explore food-wise as well. This is just a few more pictures of the city. You can see we are very close to beach, which is Wells next to sea, about 45 minutes away from the city center. We have this market, which you see in between Norwich Market, which is over 900 years old. So yes, we come with a lot of history. We are, if you are a football fan, league table. So the Norwich City team, which is a league table, one of the league teams known as the Canaries, we are home to them. We have cathedrals, castles, riverside, medieval streets. Rather, we are one of the best kept English cities in the UK till now. So yes, there's a lot to explore in the city. In terms of campus, we have a huge campus which is spread across 320 acres of land, and we have everything that you might need being a student in the campus, on the campus in the UK. So we have a bookstore, grocery store, sports park, gym, restaurants, career center, accommodation, hospital, medical center. Everything is available on campus itself. Just to give you an idea, this is the campus that if you wish to study, if you plan to study with us, this is where you would be studying. A beautiful campus spread across 320 acres of land with lush green parks, as you can see on the screen. There are a sports park, which is one of the biggest in the UK, which has almost every kind of sport that you can think of. This is the accommodation buildings over here, medical center, laundry, multi-faith center, student union, Sainsbury Arts Center. We have quite a lot to explore on the campus itself, including this lake, a beautiful lake, which we call the Broad, as a part of the campus. In terms of accommodation, yes, we do offer quite a lot of options for accommodations to our students, which are fully furnished and come with all bills inclusive. So you don't have to pay separately for your heating, your electricity, your Wi-Fi, or anything else. It's all inclusive in your accommodation contract that you sign. We do have special rooms and special facilities for students with disabilities, or if you have any medical conditions, we would be able to cater you, because we do understand the situations which students come from, and we are there to help you. We have rooms which are ensuite, that is with bathroom attached, or non-ensuite, without a bathroom attached. Just to give you an idea, this is how the rooms, fare look like. We start from about 86 pounds per week and can go up to about 186 or 176 pounds per week, depending on the type of room that you choose. There are 4 kinds of rooms, as you can see on the screen right now at the bottom. The first on the left is a single room, which is non-ensuite, that is without a toilet attached. Then it's a bunk bed. So 2 students would be sharing the one which you saw in the previous image, with a small toilet attached. Then we have a 2-bedroom unit wherein 2 students would be sharing the same unit, but they would have their own privacy with their own single bedroom, but would be sharing a toilet and a small pantry amongst themselves. And then we have a single room with an ensuite facility, so with a toilet attached. The question comes to every student's mind is, how does the university help me with my career? I'm spending so much, I'm investing so much. How does it help with my career in the future? For that, we have a dedicated team called Career Central, which helps students in finding part-time jobs, full-time jobs, internship opportunities, not only in the UK, but even abroad. What's more to them? Their services are completely free of cost and would be available to you for up to 3 years, even after you pass out. So yes, during the period when you are on your post-study work visa, which the UK government recently announced, you would be getting the assistance from our Career Central team. Where do our graduates go? So these are just a few of the companies where our graduates are working right now, have worked in the past, and still are, they continue to go and work at. So Deloitte, Apple, KPMG, Accenture, Price Bailey, Waterhouse Cooper, Apollo, Zurich, Logica. There are many, many companies which our graduates go to work at. In terms of courses, we have more than 450 plus courses at UG, PG, and PhD levels, which are spread across 4 faculties, which are faculties of science, arts and humanities, medicine and health, and social science. These 4 faculties have 26 schools of study where the courses are taught. Some of the popular courses, if I talk about, these are our faculties and popular courses. So we are very well known for computing school, actuarial science, biological sciences, creative writing, literature, journalism, film and television, history, medical. So we are a medical university. We do have the MBBS program, and we are amongst the top 12 MBBS schools or medical colleges in the UK. So yes, we are pretty highly ranked in that. We have nursing, we have MBA, we have business, we have marketing, management, brand leadership, psychology, politics, law. So we do have all these courses. Law, if I talk about, if any one of you out there at the undergrad level is planning to study law abroad. So yes, we do have a law faculty, which is amongst the top 25 schools in the UK, and it is BCI approved. The courses are BCI approved. So yes, pretty good school to study at. Most of our courses are accredited by the leading bodies such as ACCA, CIMA, CMI. AMBA is for MBA. So any one of you from the master's background, if you want to study MBA, so we have an AMBA accredited MBA, Chartered Institute of Marketing. So yes, most of our courses are accredited. Entry requirements, if I talk about, for undergrad courses, if you wish to study with us, we would need at least 70% in your class 12. Or if you are from IB diploma background, then we would need about 32 to 35 points. For postgrad masters, we need minimum 55% for most of our courses. Even the undergrad, which you just saw or which you are reading on the screen right now, are for majority of our courses. Some course would require a little higher percentage. I would suggest please get in touch with your counselor at SIUK, and they would be the right people to guide you with the right information. We do have research as well, so PhD, MPhil studies. English requirements, yes, we would require, we need 6 overall IELTS with 5.5 minimum in each component at undergrad level. We would be accepting Duolingo for September 22 intake. So yes, we need 100 overall with 90 in each component. For PG, if you are looking for, we need 6 overall with 5.5 in any 2 components, and the remaining 2 have to be 6 or above. Duolingo, 100 overall with 90 in each, and the remaining 2 have to be 100 or above. We accept many other test results such as TOEFL, PTE, IELTS indicator, password. So yes, please do visit our website and find out about the acceptable test that we have, or you can get in touch with your counselor at SIUK. We would give you a waiver from IELTS or English requirements, provided you have studied in a CBSE, ICSE, or CBI, or major Indian boards with a specific few state boards, and have scored about 70 or above in your English language subject in your class 12 within the last 10 years. Again, to find more about it, please get in touch with your counselor. Now, this is for the undergrad students. The applications to the university is through UCAS, which is for most of the universities in the UK, including us. UCAS, basically, if you don't know about, is an application portal which gives you 5 choices to apply for to various universities in the UK, or one university but 5 courses. So you can only make 5 applications through UCAS portal. More information on the application process would be definitely your SIUK counselor would be able to help you with. If you are looking for medicine or dentistry or veterinary sciences courses, then you can only make 4 of those health-related applications, plus any one other non-health related course. The Ucas form, this is how it looks like. You need to put in the institution code, a course code, campus code, start date and everything, which again, you would find from the university website, or you can get in touch with your counselor. They'll help you with filling out the form for your Ucas application. The applying process is pretty simple. It's a registration that you need to do. It charges, something. You need to enter your personal details, any additional information that you want to tell the university about which you are applying to, the course and institution choices, education qualifications, whatever you have, your finance, how you are planning to finance your studies. If you have any employment background or history, please do put in that. Personal statement is very important, which I'll come to next in a few slides ahead. So yes, it is very important to submit a personal statement. Your school, college reference that is required, a small declaration that all the information submitted is correct and true to your knowledge, and then you just need to pay and send to the university. Other part of applying, admissions requirement. So if it is medical that you are looking for, most of the universities would ask you for some additional test results, which is basically UCAT for UK generally. Some law courses would require LNAT. We at UEA do not require LNAT. But yes, for medical, we would be requiring your UCAT scores. Some courses would require your English, maths at a certain level. So yes, you need to fulfill those. Preparation, if I talk about before you start applying, please collect all your documents, scan them, all your qualifications, passport. If you have any visas, in the past, all those information have to be submitted. So please do scan those so you can submit and upload them easily. You need to submit a portfolio for a few specific courses. So for example, design, art, or something related to any architecture or anything, then yes, you need to submit a portfolio. Any work experience if you have, so please submit the documents. Research into the life in the UK, which is important while you write your SOP. Research about the university that you are applying to. Ensure referee is in place, so you need a reference for sure. And then visa prep, which of course we would help you with if need be. Some courses, some universities might invite you for an interview before they can make an application, offer to you. Specifically, it is about medical or health related courses, something related to design at times, or nursing, it may be. These types of, there are various types of interview which happen, which are multiple mini interviews. So there would be multiple rounds, one-on-one, including a Skype or a phone interview. There might be an audition or a performance interview that you need to give. So, you can record your audition or a performance if it's a art or any film related courses or so, and, performance arts related courses. It could be an informal chat with the academic who is taking your interview, a panel, not usually used at UEA, so we don't do the panel interviews, a group work or a written assignment. The advice that we have for you is, please do research the course. That is important. Read around the subject that you are applying for. Mock interviews, just do some mock interviews amongst yourselves. Get in touch with your counselors. They might help you with it. Practice some auditions if you are applying for any performance arts courses. Remember, it's a two-way interview, so ask questions. Do not just answer questions. If you have any question, do ask. That is an important, and that is a very good advice that you should keep with yourself. That, again, except for medicine, do not ask questions in the medicine. Coming to the personal statements, as I was saying, it is a very important part of your application, because that gives us a hint or an insight into your profile without even talking to you or meeting you. This is a very important part of your application as your admission process, you're making an offer, receiving an offer, totally depends on this, majorly depends on this alongside your academics, of course. So yes, it is very important. In short, if I talk about just 47 lines of text is what we are looking for. In terms of how you should prepare, your personal statement or how personal should you make it? So 70 to 80% should focus on your academic achievements, your co-curricular activities, your work experience, if it is there, your extracurricular, co-curricular, whatever you want to talk about. And the remaining 20 to 30 should be about your, yourself, interest, and any extracurricular activities which are not related to your course that you are applying for. So please do talk about, give us an insight into you. That window is important for us to assess you. What do we really want, or what do we really look for? Why do you want that course? What is it about that subject that you like, that you want to study this? Experience. If you have any extra super curricular volunteering that you have done, any jobs that you have done, so those skills which you have gained or which you have showcased, we want to see that. What makes you you is a very important question. Your interests. What do you have in plan about future? If you don't have, that's fine, completely fine. We do understand at this young age, it might not be these plans might change, but at least talk about it if possible. If you have any gaps, please do talk about those. What are your plans? If you plan to take a gap year, so what do you plan to do in that? Because in the UK, you can take a gap in your study. So you can, if you are planning to do that, let us know about it in advance. Any breaks in studies that you have had, so any gaps in study that you have had in the past, sorry, you need to explain that. So say, for example, after your 12th class, you took a break for about 2 years, and now you want to continue with your undergrad studies. So what were you doing for those 2 years is an important question. So you need to explain that. You need to make us understand that why did you take that gap and what did you do in that break? A small guide. This is from our admissions team. When they read, what do you call the personal statements, what exactly are they looking for? It is a pleasure, although a surprisingly rare one, to read a statement where the candidate's voice comes across clearly. So be yourself. It is important. If applying for different subjects, ensure that all subjects are covered in your statement, or submit separate personal statements. So please do remember that your personal statement should be very specific to the subject that you are applying for. We want to see an active, well-rounded individual, not just a good academic. So if you are, say, a 90 percentile student, but you don't have any co-curricular activities or any background, I don't say that it's a bad thing. It is a good thing because you've done excellent. You've exceedingly well in your academics, but you need to show something additional, a different side to you apart from your academics. That is what we would be looking for. I use, and this is from an academic themselves, I use a personal statement to get a sense of an applicant's personality, their interests, and how motivated they are. So you see, it is a very important part, the personal statement of your application. While writing, there are some do's and don'ts. Please keep this in mind. Be reflective. Mention authors, writers, artists. If your course is as such, if you are applying for a, say, creative writing course, do mention a little bit of, where, what your thought processes are. If you are reading anything, or if you follow some artist, something about them that, that made you decide in your future, that you think would help you in your future, mention those, because that shows that you are not only just about studies, you are about the world as well. Spell check and read through with teachers and parents or your counselors, at SI UK. Please do go through those. That is important. A bad spelling, a bad English does reflect negatively on your profile. Be clear. Admissions tutors don't have time to read between the lines. So whatever you want to say it out loud, say it clearly on your SOP. Just don't expect us to understand, because of course we don't know you. So we don't have that time also, or we don't have that capacity to read between the lines. So please do mention everything on the paper. Don'ts. Mention a specific institution unless only applying for one. This is very common that we see. Say, for example, you're applying to XYZ University, you have already applied, and now you are applying to UEA, University of East Anglia, and you say that I want to study at XYZ University because the course over here is very good. Now that you have sent it to us, that does not reflect well. So please make sure that you do not make this mistake. Plagiarize. Now, plagiarize is for India, if I say in common terms, as we all know, Control C, Control V, Control A, Control C, Control V, cut, copy, paste. Do not do that. Plagiarism is a crime in the UK, and it might, result in a rejection on your application. So UCAS system is a very smart system. They would know if you plagiarize from anyone else. Don't copy anyone else's work. Make it your own, make it unique. Do not lie, exaggerate, or get someone else to write it for you. It has happened in the past. Say, for example, you've got it written from somewhere else, and suddenly you are invited for an interview for the course before the admission admission people take decision on your application. They try and talk to you. They would ask you about your, things that you have written in your SOP, but you don't know about it because that is something that was a lie that you wrote. That was an exaggeration that you did. Someone else wrote it for you. So that would reflect negative again. Do not provide negative reasons or examples. So that is another important part. So this was about the applications. Now coming to the University of East Anglia again. So we do offer quite a reasonably priced courses. Our undergrad course starts from about £18,000 and can go up to about £35,200. This is the fees for this year, 22 intake. Applications are open. We would start the clearing now pretty soon. So yes, please do get in touch with your counselors to, if you are still looking for application making. Postgrad students out there, if you are, we would start from about £18,500 and can go up to about £30,450. It varies from what course you have applied for. So the fees would vary on that. In terms of, if you do not meet our entry requirements for a direct entry onto the course, you can come to us through pathway programs provided by our partner Into. So Into Foundation is a program which is perfect preparation for progression onto a range of UEA undergrad degrees. IYO International Year 1 course leads directly onto the second year of the undergrad course or undergrad subject. If you're planning for masters and you do not meet the entry requirement, you can go for an Into UEA graduate diploma course, which prepares you for a direct entry onto the master's course. If your English does not meet the requirements that we have, you can go for a pre-sessional English course with Into. Scholarships, one of the most important part when applying for studies abroad. So yes, we are very well known for scholarships in the UK in the sector. We are, if you see, we provided scholarships worth £20 million last year. For this year, undergrad students are getting £4,000 guaranteed scholarship for the first year of study, with a chance to apply and get the same amount or an increased amount of £8,000 for each individual year of their undergrad degree. So yes, this is something very, very generous scholarship that you might get. For postgrad students, if you meet our entry requirements, you will be getting a guaranteed automatic scholarship of £4,000, which would increase to £5,000 if your score at undergrad level, which you've done, is above 65%. For more details, please do visit our website, Scholarship Finder for International Students, and you'll get about more than 200 scholarships that we have that you can apply for. Please just note that the scholarships would not be available for medicine, occupational therapy, and physiotherapy courses. This is just a glance, about us. We have more than 250 plus clubs and societies on campus, which would make you, get or gel into the campus or the environment very well. There are academic societies, academic clubs, sports societies and clubs, official, Enactus is there, which is pretty good business society. So you can be a part of that as well. Rankings, yes, these are just a few rankings that you see on the screen. If you wish to get in touch with any of our current students, please use our Ask Us platform, which is, you can just Google it, UEA Ask Us, and it would put you in touch with the current student. You can select the student you want to speak to. If you wish to speak to an academic at the campus, the same platform will help you get in touch with an academic where you can start a chat with them. If you would want to, have a one-to-one session with any of the international team members, that is including me and my colleagues, please do go through on the Meet Us platform. Again, just Google UEMI Meet Us, and you can book a 1-to-1 45-minute video call with any of us in the international team. Just a small video on to show how the life at UEA is. So yes, if you wish to come and study with us at this beautiful city, at the beautiful campus that you saw a few minutes ago as well, this is where you need to come, UEA, University of East Anglia. That brings me to an end to the presentation. This is the Team India, UEA Team India that we are present in India. Anjana, me, myself, Samir, and Ruchika. Feel free to reach out to us or through your counselor at SIUK if you have any queries and if you need any help further. So thank you for that. Thank you for the time today. Over to you, Team SIUK. Let's just get the questions done.
Thank you, Arpit. Thank you for taking out your time and giving us this presentation. Now, time for the Q&A session. We'll start the Q&A session and I will read out the questions from the YouTube chat box.
Surely.
So my first question is, how do you select applicants? What aspects do you look?
So that totally depends on, what course are you applying for. If you meet the relevant entry criteria, definitely that is what we would be looking for. So of course, say, for example, you do not have a science background and you want to apply for medicine. Now that is a complete no-no. Or you want to apply for a nursing course. So definitely that is a complete no-no because you do not come from a relevant background. So that is important. Then what we look at is your academics. Yes, we do look at academics and we would be screening the applications on that basis of your academics that you have scored in your previous studies. Apart from that, yes, as I said in my presentation, a personal statement is an important tool aspect. So please do, give time in writing your personal statement and mention whatever co-curricular activities you have, talk about yourself. So yes, that is important.
Yeah, so the next question is, are there offline graduation and accounts programs available with the university for India students?
Offline in the sense, I'm guessing you are referring to the recent last 2 years wherein online studies were there. So yes, this year we are going offline. All the courses would be on campus in the UK, in Norwich. So we don't have any online classes this year.
Okay, so the next question is, for international students, is there any help to find jobs in the UK after graduation or during their studies?
So yes, a good question. As per the rules, if I talk about during the studies, you can work 20 hours per week on a part-time basis. That is as per the rules. And during the vacations, when the university is officially closed, you can work full-time. To help you find a job, of course, you have to do a little bit efforts on your own as well. But then, yes, we have a dedicated team called Career Central, which helps students in finding part-time jobs, full-time jobs, internship opportunities in the UK and even abroad. And their services would be available to you for up to 3 years, even after you pass out, completely free of cost. So you can take their, help in finding the the jobs. So they would be assisting you for sure.
Priyanka, you are on mute.
Okay, so the next question is, what extracurricular activity exists for student interested in the university?
Well, pretty good question again. So as I mentioned, we do have 250 plus clubs and societies on campus, so you can participate and become a member of those clubs and societies, which includes a lot of activity clubs and societies as well. So there are cultural societies, there are food societies, there are travel societies, hiking societies, and clubs. So you can participate, become a member, and participate in those. Apart from that, we do, what you call, apart from those, if I talk about, you can look out for other activities within the city. We have a dedicated sports park, which is one of the biggest sports park in the UK. So you can explore the sports facilities on campus. So yeah, these are a few things which we have, and also the city itself boasts of a lot of activities, in Norwich. So you can definitely go through that, or nearby cities. Since we are not really that far away from London, so you can travel, you can use your time, or if you want to explore nearby cities. So London, Cambridge, Birmingham, these are a few cities nearby, so you can travel as well.
Okay. So the next question is accommodation guaranteed? How much do students typically pay in rent? What are the university facilities like? Is the library open 24 hours a day?
Great. So I'll take one by one. So
Yeah.
yes, we do have something called guaranteed accommodation scheme. What that basically means is, unfortunately, I mean, the guaranteed accommodation scheme would not be eligible for undergrad students now, unless they have already accepted the offer made by us and have made us their firm choice. Because the deadline to do so, to make us their firm choice, was 30th of June, which has passed now. But yes, if you have made us your firm choice, and if you have not yet made an application for accommodation, please do so by 31st of July. So if you make an application, now this is for UG and PG both. If you make your application for the accommodation before 31st of July, we guarantee that you would be getting an accommodation on campus. For PG students, postgrads, if any right now listening, you would need to have met the conditions. You should, have what you call made the deposit of about £2,000. This is only for postgrad students, so you need to make a deposit of £2,000 before the accommodation portal opens up for you. Once you do that, you can then proceed ahead with making an application for accommodation. And if we receive that before 31st of July, we guarantee that you will be getting an accommodation on campus. In terms of on-campus accommodations, the prices, if I said, as I showed, you can vary from about £86 per week to about £176 per week, depending on the type of accommodation that you choose. So that's something you are looking at, and it's a contract. So either a 38-week, 48-week, or a 52-week contract for UG and PG respectively. So just, do the calculations depending on the type of accommodation that you choose. Living outside always is cheaper. Yes, off-campus private accommodations are cheaper as compared to the university accommodations, but there are various things that of facts you need to keep in mind while deciding on which accommodation to choose. On-campus accommodation is inclusive of all bills, so heating, electricity, Wi-Fi, everything is included. But off-campus, they are not. So yes, you will have to pay for those separately. On campus, you don't have to travel for your commute to the campus for your classes whenever you come to the university. So, but off campus, if you stay, yes, you will have to pay for commute unless you buy a cycle and you ride every day, which might not be possible given the weather in the UK. Also, private accommodations, of course, they are cheaper, but my personal suggestion would be that I have studied in the UK as well. So my personal suggestion would be that stay on campus, because you get that international experience and exposure. Also on campus, the campus, I mean, it's just a stone throw away. It's in your reach any given point of time. If living off campus, you will have to drive down, or take a bus or a cab to come to the campus and then explore the campus. Library, as you asked, yes, we have the library, which is open 24/7 for our students. So you can walk into the library any given point of the day.
Okay, so the next question is, please tell me about the admission process for the computer science UG course. What about the post-study work visa?
Okay. So admission process, as I said, provided you meet our entry requirements, which is basically minimum 70% in your class 12. You should have a background in computing. So you must have taken computing in your class 12 as a subject. You must have studied that. We would also be looking for mathematics in your class 12. And if not class 12, you should have studied at least in your class 10 and scored at least minimum 70% in your class 10th mathematics. That's the academic requirement. Uh, Further, you just need to make an application through Ucas. As I said, we only accept applications through Ucas, not without Ucas. So you need to go onto the Ucas portal, make an application. The course is still open as of now for 2022 intake if you're looking for, but 23, of course, it is open. Once the UCAS opens up, you can make an application for the next year. So that's the admission process. You would need to submit all your academic documents, your 10th, 12th mark sheet, 11th mark sheet, your SOP, your LORs, your English proficiency. If you are not, if you've not from CBSE or any other approved boards by us, so then you would need to provide your English language test results, such as IELTS or what do you call your PTE, Duolingo, whatever. So yes, that is what we are looking for. That's about it. In terms of sorry, what was the second part of the question?
What about the post-study work visa?
Okay, so as per the current rules, the UK government has allowed students to stay back in the UK for up to 2 years after the completion of their degree. So you can stay back for up to 2 years. There are no conditions on the minimum salary or the kind of job that you can do during those 2 years. So just after the completion of your course, you can directly apply for a GIR visa, GIR route as we call it. So that's graduate immigration route. You can apply for the visa and stay back in the UK for 2 years. However, especially undergrad students, please keep this in mind. You can apply for GIR only once. So if you're planning that you would study your undergrads, then apply for GIR, then study for masters, and then again you get a chance to apply for GIR. So no, it does not work that way. You can only apply for once for GIR. So after completing your undergrads, either you continue with your masters and then apply for GIR, or you take a break, you come back to India, whatever you want to do, and then you go back for your masters, and then you apply for GIR. It's completely acceptable. But yes, if you apply for GIR after your undergrads, then if you plan to study your masters in the UK, you would not be eligible to apply for GIR the second time.
Okay, so the next question is, what should I read to improve my personal statement?
Well, again, please do keep in mind what I spoke about during the presentation about personal statements. What we are looking for, which is important, we in the sense, any university, it's not only about us, but others as well. Make sure that 70 to 80% of your personal statement should focus on your academic achievements, work experience if you have any. So just talk about your academics, your background. And the remaining 20-30% should be about yourself, your interest, any extracurricular activities that you've done or you are interested in. Talk about that. Be yourself. Do not copy. Do not plagiarize. Do not ask others to write. There are many companies, very many services which offer you that they would write your personal statements for a fee or some charge. Do not go that way. Do not go that way. There are high chances that it would be copied, it would be flagged out under a UCAS system for plagiarism, and your application might be rejected. So just keep these things in mind, and you should be okay for your personal statement. What we would be looking for is what is your aspirations, what are your dreams, why do you want to study this course, why this country, why this university, why this course. So when you're writing, please do a little bit of research about the course that you're applying for. Learn about the faculties who would be academics who would be teaching. If you find any thing specific about that academic, do mention that in your statement of purpose, because that shows that yes, you have done your background homework, you have done your homework before writing the SOP. So this is very important by writing your SOP.
Okay, so the next question is it possible to apply for the scholarship for the September intake?
Now, there's a very ambiguous question because depends on what course are you looking for, what level are you looking for. So as I said, even now, if you apply for an undergrad course, there is a guaranteed scholarship of £4,000 for the first year of study. But yes, the application deadline for applying for the additional scholarships for undergrads is now passed. So you might not be able to apply for those scholarships. But for postgrads, yes, if you're looking for postgrad courses, you would be getting definitely guaranteed scholarships of minimum £4,000. And if you have 65% or above in your undergrads from India, you would be getting £5,000 scholarship. So that is guaranteed.
Okay, so the next question is, what are the popular majors at your university?
Popular majors, if I talk about, so yes, we are known for computing science, data science, cybersecurity, journalism, law. We are very well known for international development, which is surprisingly not that popular in India, but it is a very good field, and we are very well known for that. We are known for our MBA, business management, marketing courses. Then we are, health-related courses, psychology, neuroscience. We are well known for biological sciences. We are known for environmental sciences. Rather, we are one of the leading universities when it comes to environmental sciences or ecology or crop development, plant health courses. So yes, we do have a very diverse what do you call portfolio with us, and yeah, we would have something or the other for you for sure.
Okay, so the next question is there an advantage to submitting my application early?
Well, that totally depends. Now, again, what are you referring to? If you're referring to September 23 intake, because that is the only intake we have next after this intake, we do not have any Jan intake. So if you're referring to 23 intake, I would suggest please submit your applications or start your application somewhere around October, November. Uh, as such, there is no harm in applying early, but yes, given the crucial time that we are in right now, this is the time when all the universities would be busy with the upcoming September intake. So, there might be delays in replying to your applications. So hence, we would suggest you apply for around October, November. That is when you should start your application or submit your application by then. For undergrads, yes, it is good if you apply early, before the deadlines pass, because of course there are deadlines with UCAS and every university has their own deadlines as well. So no benefits as such, just that some popular courses with some universities might close early. So just to give an example with us, if I talk about this year, we had to close our data science and cybersecurity course in April itself, because that is so popular. We received so many applications that we had to close the course pretty early, even though our deadline is late in July. So yes, just keep these things in mind, and you should be okay.
Okay, so the second last question is, I have completed my graduation long back and I'm working at present. Can I still apply for masters? Is there any age limit or any other criteria?
Good that you asked that question, because that covers two things over here: the gap and the age. So first, if I talk about the gap, this is in relation to us at University of East Anglia. We do not have an issue with the gaps, provided you can justify the gap that you have in your education. So as you have mentioned that you have been working from your previous completion, from the completion of your previous education degree till now, it should be completely fine with us. Doesn't matter that how many years of gap you have. So as I said, you should just be able to justify your gap, justify that you have been doing something during that during those good gap years, and you have not been sitting idle. You have not been wasting time. So yes, that is completely fine with us. The second part of your question, the age. In the UK, there is no age limit for studies in general. Now, of course, the universities, different universities might have their own rules and regulations, but in general, in the UK, there is no upper age limit. So you can even come and study if you are 60 years old with us. So at our university, we do not have that age cap or age bracket. We do, in fact, rather attract quite a lot of mature students, as we call them. We do get a lot of mature students at our university, and there are many who study on campus, who are studying on campus even now. Last year itself, if I talk about, I had a student, we had a student of 45 years of age. So, it's completely fine. it's just that you should be eligible academically. Of course, there is a gap, so you should be, able to provide that justification of the gap, your work experience, your CV, all those things. So it's completely fine.
Okay, so the last question is, I am interested in the undergraduate admission process. I would appreciate some support with this.
Okay, so honestly, if I talk about, I would suggest please get in touch with your counselor or your SIUK team in your city, whichever city you are from. They are pretty good. They are trained. The counselors are trained. The companies do train the counselors to help students with the application process, the documentation, the visa part, visa process, counseling, everything. The counselors are very well trained and they are very well known about. They know what they are talking about. They would be the right people to guide you. From our end, from the university side, of course, we are there to help you if you have any queries related to the university about the course specifically, or about the city, the life, or anything. You can reach out to us. We are there to help you. Again, I would reiterate. I would just just a second. I would share my screen with you once again, and you can note down these. Just a second. You can note down these details. Feel free to reach out to us. I'm sure you can see my screen. Just a second. Yeah. Ask Us and Meet Us platform. These are the places where we are available, the whole international team, the students, the academics, we are available on this platform. Feel free to reach out to us through Ask Us or book an appointment through the Meet Us platform for a virtual one-to-one meeting with us. Please, take a note of this. Just Google, if you cannot find the link, just Google it, UEA Ask Us or UEA Meet Us, and you'll get to the link. Rest, of course, this is us, Team India. Please take a screenshot, take a picture, take note of us. I am there on there, so you can get in touch with me on WhatsApp, on email. Just please do bear in mind, we do have working hours, we do have off hours as well. So Monday to Friday from 11 to 7, anytime you can reach out to us, any of us, and we'll be there to, we'll be happy to help you, for all your queries and concerns.
Thank you for your valuable time, everyone. Do you want to put forward anything, Arpit?
Nothing. I would just say that, we are still open for applications for September intake. So if you are still looking for, if you're planning to come and study in the UK with this year, please proceed with the applications as soon as possible. If you are looking for next year, just make sure, keep in mind keep in mind the deadlines, specifically if you're looking for any medical courses or, MBBS courses in the UK, because the deadline would be 15th of October this year to apply for next year intake. That is a set deadline for MBBS or any medical courses. If you wish to study in the UK, get in touch with a counselor for more details on that part, particularly. Apart from that, yes, feel free to reach out to us, to me, to my team, if you have any queries related to the UEA University.
To all the audience, if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact SIUK India office. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.